Welcome back to in today's video. We're going to be playing skylines, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a speed build in Amish country. But so in today's video we work on zoning in this area. Well, we don't work on it, we zone in this area, and well, I do that immediately, and then we build a park, and we also build in another area with some more leisure activities. And so I'll get to that later in the episode. But so we start off by zoning in this road network that we built earlier in the episode, and then dude, just add some stuff there, and then I forgot to do the trees here off camera, so I just quickly put the trees down. But so after that, I did just check on the water, and then I just brought our road here, which originally I was planning on just bringing this road, making it into a bridge and crossing over the water, but then I realized what the terrain is there and that we would need to flatten it. So instead I'm just going to bring this road along the riverbed here. Then I did delete some of the retaining wall. And I just brought the main road into there, and then this road here, this smaller road, put in a little S-curve in there so I could follow the wall of the zoning, and then I just connected it into this medium-sized road. And then I just put in this road, connected that into there, then I just cleaned up the road connection there so it looked good and smooth. And then we built up this area by just building roads across, making it a grid. But while the city is a whole load of grids, it doesn't really feel like it, because there's a whole lot of different shapes in terms of like how the grids are made. In that, like, this area is on an angle, so the entire grid, it doesn't feel like a grid, it just is on an angle, and everything is on different angles. And also, especially once you get to the coast, it doesn't become a grid really, because of, well, the river obviously not being just one straight thing. It has some bigger sections and some smaller sections. But I just continue making cross sections here, just filling in this grid, and then in places that I couldn't get the road to go all the way through, I just made a cul-de-sac. Which, if you don't know what a cul-de-sac is, basically just a road that ends, and then some of these road connections I couldn't get it to where it connected nicely in, which is just straight in. I just put in a nice curve, and then I filled this outer edge area in with high density commercial, and you'll see why in a minute. And then I placed down some paths in places that the zoning isn't there, just so this way we can utilize everything. And then I just make also everything look nice. And then I zone this in because I want to make this a tourist, or not tourist, but a leisure thing. So it's going to have like bars and nightclubs and stuff. But with that, because there's a whole of residential around here, and also the dorms from that, I just put general, like commercial, high density commercial, just to block it off, and then in the center I'd put the leisure stuff. I figured that this would be a good place for it because it's right next to our university, and universities typically have a good nightclub and like bar scene. And then I had like this fairly awkward shaped area, so I just decided to make it a nice big park, because we haven't really done our park ever since that theme park, but really want to obviously get like something other than that. And I mean, the only other park that we could have done here is a zoo, and I don't think a zoo would have really gone into here. Well, especially since also zoos, I believe, are typically privately owned. So it wouldn't have really made too much sense to have the zoo here, especially since it's right in the center of the city. And also, I don't think the city board would probably allow the zoo to happen, considering we're right next to the university. And while universities aren't exactly known for the greatest living situations, they aren't known for sitting next to, well, animal crap. But, then I just placed down a whole lot of different info booths around, placed down some cafes, and then I used a combination of the, city park buildings and also the amusement park buildings from, well, the amusement park we've already built. And then I did get it to where this was a higher level, and so we can actually use some of the stuff that we get from this to get the amusement park up to the highest level, so this way we can finally get rid of all that hideous stuff there, which that we can probably do in the next episode, or I can do that off camera. We'll probably do like a quick little part about the theme park next episode, and if we can't get it up to there, then we can just throw down some more stuff in here to then get its entertainment up. Which the one thing that I don't like about the parks in City Skylines is that they aren't like, because there's a diminishing returns effect, one have to have a huge park to really get the entertainment up high enough for it to level up, and two, you basically need to have multiple parks and put in multiple things from different parks, because of that diminishing returns effect, to where stuff gets down to where it isn't even one entertainment. But we did unlock a monument for the pedestrian area. I just looked at what was the requirement for the other ones. We probably won't unlock them, but I just placed that in there. And then because it didn't feel like that we should have the cargo and like garbage and main buildings here, I threw them in the industrial area, which realistically it would have probably had them right there, but we can just say that it's delivered by hand, or they just have like a huge truck that comes in the night for the businesses. But then I just got rid of any of the extra stuff just to make sure that people don't drive extremely slow through it on like the roads to the side of it, because that's one problem I have on the island series next to our pedestrian area there. And also just to ensure that we save some money off that. And then also I did just check around at our different transit hubs just to see how well they're doing. Also, we should probably put in some sort of bus hub near our main metro hub, so that could be something that we also build near there too. But so then I just expand our zones, and then I just decided to put the park in with this leisure zone, I guess, or is that a different zone? I don't know. But then I did just place down some more stuff, and then I placed down a fence around the entire park. And then instead of building or using what we have been using with the Green Cities DLC's parking lot, I decided to use mid-century modern ones. I honestly don't know why I decided to go with these, but I felt that they fit a bit better, and I was able to just barely fit that one in there. And then I just placed down some paths and trees to decorate up the area, which there is quite a bit of pollution because of the nearby cargo area that just brings in cargo for this area of the city. But while we haven't done any rail lines, I do plan on doing some once we start to build some small towns around the outskirts. Just because that's how like towns are. Where in the town that I live in, there's a transit line that brings you right into New York City, and there's a station right in like the middle of the town. So something like that, and then they bring you into the big city, and then we have some sort of terminal at our inner city hub, probably, or somewhere else. But that's probably what we'll end up doing. And then because people were complaining of land value here, I just decided to place down some parks just to stop them from complaining, just because then we could get a whole load of abandoned buildings here. And then we do have a goods problem now, but that will be fixed with industry, so we'll probably work on industrial area next episode, getting more general industry. And then I just made it to where it has the large sidewalks, the one that goes through the middle of our parking lot, and then I put one of the large sidewalks right there, since we could get a crosswalk to directly walk across, and it felt like that should be like how it is. And this was when I added in some of the amusement park buildings. And with the park leveling up, we got the chessboard, and this was what I was talking about earlier, and for what I would use in the amusement park to hopefully get it up to the max. And then I did just place down some of the like actual attractions from the amusement park that aren't gonna stay in here, but they're just like, so I just delete it, but they're just there to, this way we can get the attractiveness up. And then I did start to want to build a lake just because we got some stuff that goes in over water, but then I changed my mind. And then I placed around some carousels. And then I also just placed down that little like Horror Heights thing. And so this would be kind of like a park mixed with a carnival, I guess. But yeah. That was it for what I did today in this episode. But so, I do hope you've enjoyed. If you have, make sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you next one. Bye!